Hi there, Dead-Eye Boy here, back with another video on the channel. Once again, we're having to be super quiet because of the sleeping baby. So we'll make this brief. It's a race from Daily Race C from this week at Mount Panorama. A really enjoyable race, and there's a really interesting incident in it that I would like to touch on, and let me know in the comments what you think about it. But yeah, without further ado, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, even better. And yeah, we'll jump into the action before we wake the baby. So here you can see we jumped into this race literally at the last minute. You can see how quickly we went through the setup there, and we jumped in with 10 seconds to go, and this was the first race I had done, and I was starting in pole position, which is not good from my point of view, because again, all the pressure is now firmly on me to set the pace, and I knew for a fact that the guys behind were probably going to be quicker, because I had watched another couple of races on a stream earlier that morning, and these guys had been racing every race, so they were already up to speed, whereas I just wasn't. But we're going to try and make the most of it, make the best of it, try and keep the lead for as long as possible. And you can see how dark it is. It's such a difficult track to race at night. I mean, the headlights in these cars at night, they're like two candles in foggy jars. They're really, really bad. That's why turning up the exposure slightly can really help in this race, especially in the dark. But the good news is it gets bright pretty quickly, and we're going to try and just see out the first few laps, and try and hold on to what we have. And yeah, we're probably going to back the whole pack up behind us, but that's maybe not a bad thing. Maybe force some mistakes from them, but you can see we cope with the mountain section not too badly for our first lap and our first attempt. So we'll try and make sure that we don't get passed on the straight. You can see in the radar there though, in the delta, where obviously we've not managed to get clear of anybody, and it's going to come down. So the Frenchman's now got a decision to make. Is he going to try and make the move, get into the chase? No, he's not. He's going to sit behind us. He's probably just trying to work out, just for certain, if he's got the pace on me. Probably going to see, start of the next lap, how close he's going to be, and he'll probably decide from there. That's what I would do anyway. So round the final turn, and we've completed one lap. We haven't binned it. It's all good. We'll take that. That's not too bad. It wasn't too bad a first lap time either. So third gear in this corner, you've got to watch you don't go out onto that gear, because it can, if you just get on the power slightly early there, then the car will spin pretty violently, and you see a lot of people losing it on that point. So we've managed to survive that, and we've got the lead still, but not by much. It's a few tenths in it. You can see the radar, and I was very conscious. I'm really bad at concentrating on the road ahead. My eyes often wander off to the delta and down to the radar. You can make very, very, very you can make a lot of mistakes if you don't concentrate fully on the road, particularly when it is dark like this. But yeah, we're going to survive going up the mountain. It's a very difficult place to pass, to be honest with you. If you've got any sort of speed going up the mountain, you can position your car fairly easily, and it's not really worth the risk of trying to go past somebody at these sections. So we're in the Volkswagen Beetle, which handles pretty well, to be honest with you. It's got a good balance of handling, power, all those sorts of things. So yeah, we're going to make it through once again onto the Conrad Straight. Conrad? It might be Conrad, or is it Conrad? Anyway, it's one of those two. This is sometimes referred to as the chase, which isn't actually the chase. This is actually Conrad Straight, and this is the chase when you go down this right-hander into this left-hander. Just a fun fact for you all there. But anyway, I digress. The Frenchman's still behind us here, and we've managed to hold him off for once again another lap. So 2 laps down, we've still got the lead. That is 2 laps more than I expected to retain the lead for. You can see though, there is a waiting pack, and that was not a good lap time, a 2:04.5. So you should really be going into the low 2:03s, even into the sort of mid to low 2:02s. So yeah, it just said a lot about my pace at this particular point. So we've got the Frenchman now. He's decided he's making the move, and I'm not going to fight it, to be honest with you. I'm going to let him pass, and I'm going to try and use him to my benefit. But you'll see here, we just don't get on the power well enough. We kind of backed off a little bit too much, and then by the time we'd got the power down, we kind of lost him. And all you can see there, the Hungarian behind us is now all over us, and there's another car right behind him as well, the Spaniard. So off the Frenchman goes into the distance. We're kind of losing him at a rate of knots, and we've got a couple of people behind us wanting to make their moves, no doubt. But you can see how quickly it's now brightening it up, and yeah, it gets easier because obviously you can start to see now. But once again, we're going to survive going down the mountain. I was actually quite impressed. 3 laps in a row. I usually bin it off a wall at some point early on in these races, but not on this occasion. And just go a little bit wide there, and again it compromises our straight line speed. We're now basically thinking, do we defend? It's going to be tough because the cars behind are quick, and you can see we've got, I think it's a WRX behind us. He's going to go for the move, and yeah, he's going to go for the move. So we're going to let him pass without too much of a fight again. We'll see if we can use him now. We've got a little bit of a gap between ourselves and the Spaniard behind, so hopefully we can stay behind the Hungarian and keep in the slipstream as we come round the final corner. And maybe the Hungarian will have the pace to catch up with the Frenchman and pull us along. The Spaniard's actually taking a little bit of time out of us as well here, and again, not a particularly quick lap there. You can see the Frenchman, he's into the 2:02s quite comfortably. We're still doing 2:04s, which that's not quick, trust me. I can go quicker than that, but like I said, first race of the day, I literally had not had a single practice lap. I know it's a well-worn excuse, but it was the case. It was a fact. So yeah, you can see the Hungarian here has not really got away from us, which is good, which tells me that my pace is picking up, and hopefully this lap will see us, maybe start to get a little bit of confidence in the car and confidence in the track. And well, couple of laps we've kind of got into the groove, I would say, and we're still in the race. That's really the benefit I can take from this at this point in time. The Spaniard behind, but look up ahead, the Hungarian loses it, and he's got dirty tyres now. It's frustrating because we've got it back right off, because any slight touch on him will no doubt result in a penalty, and I don't know how he saved it there. He was fishtailing all over the place, and he's going again. And I mean, it was well held by him. It really was well held. You have to take your hat off to him there. But yeah, we've caught right up now, right in the slipstream. So I now have a decision to make. Do I make the move? We've got the Spaniard behind us, so I've decided I'm going to go for the move. So he's not going to defend it. We're going to go for it now. I'm going to have to brake late because we need to make this move stick. So we brake a little bit late. We just get to the apex in time. Give him just enough room and make the move. He's going to try and get the cut back, but we go a little bit defensive. Perfect move there, so I was pleased with that. Then into the braking zone, and there you go. We've just been punted. Such a frustrating punt because it was just enough to send us off the track. And honestly, I was absolutely raging. And yeah, it just felt like we were getting into a really good battle there at that point, and it was taken away from us, and he didn't even wait. Now that was the thing that kind of annoyed me the most in all this. I guarantee you 100%, if I had produced the same move accidentally or not, accidentally hit somebody off the track like that, I would have waited. I guarantee you I would have waited, because that's what sportsmanship is about. He clearly felt that he didn't need to wait for whatever reason, and off he went. And yeah, the thing about it is, as well, is that yeah, the penalties are there as well, so he may well have a penalty, but at this point in time I don't know if he has a penalty or not for that. So if he does have a penalty, he might think that's his punishment, but it's not really, because he could, depending on how that then goes, he could serve that penalty and still retain his position in front of us. So it's not really, you've got to wait. If you hit somebody off the track, accidentally or not, you've got to wait on them. Let them keep the position. But some people just don't have that viewpoint. Let me know in the comments if you do. What do you think? But yeah, it was just so frustrating that happened. But you can see he is serving a penalty, and it's quite a big one, because we've managed to get past him and he's lost a couple of positions. So at least the penalty system did its job, but I still think that you should wait, even if you get the penalty. If you've ruined potentially somebody's race, then the least you can do is let them keep position ahead of yourself. But I know not everybody will share that view. It's an interesting one. Sportsmanship, what is sportsmanship? We ask ourselves. Don't do something that makes you look bad. I would say that makes you look bad. But anyway, back to the race. We're catching this guy, the Frenchman in front. You can see there, by the time we got into lap 9, we brought the delta right down. We were just chipping away back and forth, but we finally got by lap 9. It was actually a really good race, because we were sort of in and out the slipstream with the guy for 4 laps. But by the time we got to lap 9, I'd sort of got right into the rhythm of the race. You can see my lap times are now into the 202s, and we've got a run on him up the hill. He's obviously, reasonably quick, because he's been maintaining his pace, but he just goes wide there, drops a couple of tyres onto the dirty stuff, and he's going to get on the power, and that's what happens when you go on the power too early getting up the hill. If you've just ran wide and your tyres are a little bit dirty, you'll end up in that annoying little gap in the wall where there's a steward. I think we've all probably been there at one point or another. But yeah, I'd like to think I put the pressure on him that forced him into that mistake, so I was quite pleased with that. So we picked up the position, we got up to P4 again, so not all was lost. And you can see behind the Spaniard who punted us off, just losing it on the last corner. He was actually catching me pretty quick, so he had a lot of pace. But yeah, I was quite pleased to finish ahead of him, and he lost another place there because the Swede then finished ahead of him as well. So I'd say that's probably a little bit of karma. But yeah, let's take a look at the incident here. You can see from the Spaniard's car, this point of view, he's missed his braking point pretty badly there, dropped a wheel onto the dirt, couldn't stop, sends me flying off the track. Again, doesn't stop, doesn't wait, picks up a 5-second penalty. And as a little bit further, he got a little bit of karma there as the Swiss behind him gave him a little nudge, and he took a trip to see Barry R. Now, here he is serving his 5-second penalty. Even his road positioning during the serving of this penalty was questionable, because he doesn't pull right off the driving line, and he nearly hits the Swede here as he goes past. So yeah, a lot of things there, and you can see him here binning it in the final point, the final corner. There's a nice 360 there, and the Swede will come over the line to grab the position of him. So I mean, the guy's obviously in a racing team, and that's even more of a reason, if you ask me, to not make yourself look bad. If you're representing a team, I would always be on the side of caution. I would want to make the team look good, but if you're driving like that, then clearly don't care. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but overall it was a good race. We ended up having a good battle with that French guy, and we managed to pick our way back through and up to P4. So yeah, enjoyable race overall, and yeah, had fun. So if you liked the video, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff, and I will see you all on the next one. Goodbye.